What is up, hobbyists? So today we are going to do a feeding video, a fish room tour, and an unboxing video all in one. 2018. This is March. It's gonna be crazy. We have some axolotls up there. We have some freshwater clams, some night gobies, and a bunch of guppies, random stuff, you know. Back here in this tank, we have a little 5-gallon. That's gonna be the fluval retreat. And that's going to be a little shrimp tank, like miscellaneous stuff. There's a bunch of crazy plants going on. Bonsai tree, that's the little aquascape. Wasn't too fancy with it, just kind of threw a bunch of plants together in there, but it looks fantastic. And then the new stuff right over there, those are $400 shrimp that we just threw in that tank from Jerry Asper and Monica Poehler from Germany. And yeah, guys, stay tuned. Make sure you watch through the whole video. I know there's going to be only like 3 of you guys because this is a new channel and I have no subscribers. So this is just mainly to like throw it out there, show you guys what's up. Gonna get a couple clicks, you know, clickbait the hell out of it. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Enjoy the video. In the description, there's going to be little time slots if you want to skip through the video, don't want to hear me talk, you know. Do your thing, enjoy it, get what you want out of it, you know, it's life. Do it. Enjoy, guys. Have a good one. Alright, what is up, guys? So today I got a shipment from Shrimp Boutique, and it's also called One Stop Aquatics. His name's Jerry Asper, who's also in like cahoots with Monica Poehler out in Germany. So these, of course, you should know by the name, will be the Dancing Man shrimp. This is just the invoice. I cut it open because working with one hand here, it'd be kind of terrible to do it with just a single hand, you know. So this right here is my cereal coin for, I think if you purchase 5 or more shrimp from him, this will be my second coin. And he also sends freaking a bunch of sample like foods, which is amazing. This is going to be the tank that they're going into. I set it up only a couple days ago, but I have ATM Colony and it's done great so far. I have 2 test shrimp in there and the other one's like a little snow, but that's my other coin right there. We'll get to that later. Let's get back to the unboxing. Great packaging. It's always insulated. Never been an issue, never any DOAs. That's dead on arrival. But, I'll sit you guys down. I'll get it open because it's always wrapped up in a bunch of newspaper. So, one second. Alright, guys, just unboxed them from the little, gift bag, I guess. Let me set these down. He always sends frog bit, which is amazing. If you don't know, that's just like a not so common floating plant. Right here. Let's see if it'll focus. That's one of the females that's sexed. I got 2 females that are sexed in this one and about 5 juveniles, so 7 total. And that'll be 12, I think, that I have. I still have to transfer over from that tank over there. But these guys, let's go ahead and throw them in the bucket and start the drip acclimation process. Also, this is a breather bag, which means you don't need air in the top. This plastic is actually breathable, so it releases CO2 and allows oxygen to be inserted into the bag. It's like a breathable plastic. So these guys are going in here. Here's my drip box or bucket, and then let's get it started. Alright guys, so this is the tank. So one of the shrimp right there, that's a rabbit snail. Those things are cool. I went ahead and started the drip acclimation. There's only a little bit of water with a little bit of RO, just pure water. That way they're not just sitting there drowning or like gasping for air because there's just not enough water. This right here is about 1 to 2 drops a second, and that's what's recommended. I'm gonna drop these guys or acclimate them for about 2 to 3 hours, maybe even 4, just because it took 2 days to get here, which is normal and I've never had any problems with it. I'm just gonna not take any chances with these guys. So down here, that's one of the females. Another big female, and then the rest are juveniles, unsexed. So that's a dancing man. They're all dancing man. These are just black grade, so they're just like the lower quality. They're still freaking great shrimp. Those are 2 frog bit right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at my other tank, see if we can find some actual dancing man shrimp for you. Actually home on my lunch break just to drop these guys in. Here's a dancing man shrimp right here. Let's see if we can catch him. He's actually around that spire right there, if you guys can see. It's not a great view, so let's try to find another one. These are just like my mixed shrimp. Let me turn off my light so you don't get like a reflection. I don't see any over here. There's only about, I think, 5 in this one. So a total of 12 that will be in that other tank that you see. Got some red really shrimp in there. This one's just like a miscellaneous tank. But see, all that frog bit, I never went to the store and bought like frog bit. It's just, Jerry has sent me, what, 2 packages now? Each one had 1 piece of frog bit in it. So that stuff multiplies fast. And duckweed accidentally got that in my tank. You guys know how it is. Let's see. Usually all the dancing men are out and about, but today they're just not in appearance. It's almost like a blue bolt. I wouldn't call that a blue. Let's go. Actually, that's actually not a dancing man. That one is from Germany, but not a dancing man. And looks like he's just on the back of that spire still. I would love to show you guys, but maybe I'll just catch it later. Once all these shrimp are acclimated, I'll catch the other ones out of here. Alright guys, catch you when they're all ready to go in. Quick look back into this tank. Right up here, let's see. There's one of the bigger babies that we have. That's gonna be, it looks like from just a regular cherry shrimp pairing. But we do have tons of shrimp in here, just like miscellaneous stuff. Stuff that I just sell to like my local fish store. Nothing too fancy. But we have red really babies in here for sure. We have 2 buried females at the moment. And just a lot of like ram's horn snails, as you guys can see. They're breeding like crazy. They're just laying like their little gelatin sacks everywhere. See if we can find one. Yeah, you see that right there. Right here. That's crazy. All those hatch out and then it's just getting overrun at the moment with all these snails. That's why I'm trying to switch over all my tanks to the rabbit snails. Those usually only have like 1 baby at a time, which is a lot better. And if you look close, you can see another baby right here. So awesome finding babies, because when they first like hatched from their mom, it was almost impossible to spot some. You just got to be like really lucky sometimes. This right here, the little API tester from my like GH kit. I have food in there to try to get some of the worms and the cyclops out of there to feed the guppies that I have in this tank on the side right there. But yeah guys, you guys are waiting for these guys, and those are going to be the dancing man shrimp. So let's go ahead and throw those in the tank. Alright, so they're still acclimating. Gonna throw them in pretty much after I end this clip. But that's a female right there, that big one. And then this other big one that just started under the frog bit, that's the other female. Those were sexed already, and they should berry up or at least saddle up relatively fast. And I do have this male, it looks like he's almost about ready to breed. But I also have this one where you can see just how good his dancing man pattern is. You see that on the top of his head right there, and his little poop trail. But see his size comparison compared to like some of the juveniles, it's crazy. Anyway, let's throw him in the tank. I think I've talked on well enough. Here's one of the rabbit horns, or the rabbit snails. Let's toss these buggers in. Alright guys, so I'm just going to throw in the shrimp right now. They're done acclimating, and I just wanted to go ahead and speed this up. That way you're not sitting there for a couple minutes just watching me put shrimp in after shrimp, you know. Anyway, we'll get back to it as soon as they're in there and we can take a good look. Okay, this guy's in the perfect spot for me to show you kind of the dancing man pattern. If you look, you see his eyes, you go a little back further, you can see almost the torso of a dancing man. This little head almost looks like a little triangle. And you can see his torso, the legs aren't really there, which is a great reason why this is just a black grade. So grading these shrimp, Monica decided that black shrimp, or the black grades, are lower than the silver grades. And then the silver grades are lower than the gold grades. Gold grades sell for $400, and they sell really fast too, because Monica has spent 10 years plus breeding these shrimp to perfection. Right in the back over there, that's one of the big females. Disappears again. But as you can see, these are just like great specimen shrimp, and they're very hardy. So, I mean, not as hardy as like your cherry shrimp. You do have to have your parameters a little better, but still, like, I've had no deaths from any of these shrimp that I've gotten from Jerry. Jerry Asper is in kind of cahoots with Monica in the US because Monica is in Germany. So she sends them to Jerry. Jerry basically distributes and sells some of their quality or quantity. So take a look around the tank. They're all jumping in there. I have 2 sponge filters, 2 almond leaves in the back, a heater, some cholla wood, various mosses. I think that's just regular Java, and I think that might be flame moss in the back. We have some frog bit up at the top, and some water lettuce, some pesky duckweed. I have no idea what that is. I grew that from a bulb, but I just picked up this rock yesterday. We have pearl wheat. As substrate, I kind of used the fluval shrimp stratum, I think it is. We have the Adler cones and just like their feeding dish. This biomedia is only going to be in there for maybe a month, and then I'm going to take it out, make it look a little nicer. The only reason it's in there is because I had to fast cycle this tank because I wanted to section off and just breed the dancing man in this shrimp, or in this shrimp tank. So the biomedia, it has a lot of places for this bacteria to grow. This is ATM colony. It just has tons of beneficial bacteria in it that basically speed up the nitrogen process. Or yeah, that's what it's called, sorry. Got sponge filters in the back, blown up top. This is actually tied off. It's a lot more powerful, but I tied it off so it's not just blowing the shrimp everywhere, you know what I mean? Right there, that's one of the females. It's hard to see them both at one time because there's only 2, like I said, but they're huge, like compared to like this little guy right here in the corner, and then that's her. That's crazy. And then like this guy right here. So hopefully we can get these guys to breed. Still working on getting the parameters correct on this one. The only thing I'm having issues with is my TDS. And TDS isn't really like a huge issue. TDS can be like it's literally everything in your water column. So I'm not too stressed about that. But my GH, everything else is on par, so it should be good. I'm expecting no deaths from these guys. I've never had a death from Jerry or Monica shrimp. Alright guys, so this one I'm going to make a fish room video, so you'll see everything too. So you got an unboxing and a fish room video all in one. Don't know if I'm going to show, well I guess I'm showing him now. But this is my little sulcata, his name's Squirt. I'll get him if he's out later. But yeah guys, that's this tank. These plants are going to grow like crazy. I dose with Flourish. And honestly, the pearl wheat grows about like this high from here in like a week. These are just trimmings. All of these plants are trimmings from my other tanks, except for the frog bit that I got today. But most of the frog bit that's already in here was from my other tanks. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the rest of it. There's this female right here. The other female actually came up. Let's see if I can focus in on her. There we go. See how she's just more of a solid color, but they do carry that strong Dancing Man pattern gene. You just have to selectively breed them. That's why they're black grades. Alright guys, to the other tanks. Alright guys, right here, this is my Fluval Retreat, little 5-gallon. This is where I house all my miscellaneous shrimp, all the babies. I have ram's horn snails in here, breeding like crazy. Got them accidentally on some plants that I buy. Quick look up top, start from the top to the bottom. I have duckweed, tons of frog bit that just grows out of control. Same thing with like the duckweed and the water lettuce that I have back there. We have pearlweed in the front, fluval shrimp stratum again. We have red Riley shrimp right there. That one's buried. You can see her eggs before she darted off. Dragonstone, I just threw a rock onto the floor, cracked, and it gave me all those jagged pieces, so decided to keep that. On the side, I have some Cholowood. We got a red pinto shrimp right here. And then that's just a sponge filter. Also have filters in the back that's just blowing through kind of a nozzle. You can't really see it. It's kind of, there you go, right there. I also have like a big bonsai tree. Can't really see it anymore. I think this guppy grass, I don't even know what it's called. It almost looks like a water cilantro. We have, I think it's some type of grass. I don't really know. I just buy like whatever looks cool. And I mean, don't we all? This is flame moss for sure. I have a couple bits of Java moss up here. These are the snails that are just like breeding like crazy. Pretty sure the ram's horn. And we have back there another baby. Just looks to be like a cherry shrimp. A lot of depth, a lot of pearl wheat. Everything grows super fast in here. When I got this plant, it was only maybe about like that right here. And you know, like maybe 3 weeks, it's already grown to that. This pearl wheat, I got it just as clippings from my local fish store. And they were maybe about like that tall in a week. You could see like how fast this grows. All of these clippings were only about this high from the gravel. So just imagine how fast that grows. I just trim it, spread it out to other tanks, and everything does fine. Shrimp actually don't climb out on these. I keep the water low enough to where they have to really be like, I don't know, pole vault specialists to get out of here. So this is the other view of the tank. We got some shrimp from Germany that almost resemble the Dancing Man shrimp that I have. But just be careful when you do get Dancing Man shrimp or something that resembles Dancing Man shrimp, is that it's not really a Dancing Man shrimp, because the genetics from Monica and Jerry, like their Dancing Man shrimp have had 10 years of like selective breeding that guarantee pretty much their genetics, as well as like like these right here, these are just gonna come from a massive breeder who just like randomly pops out like things that look like dancing man shrimp, so to speak. We have moss balls down here, Indian almond leaves. This one might actually be like a guava leaf. It's already like falling apart. Shrimp love it when it happens. When you first throw them in, they don't really care about it, but don't take them out because eventually they'll like end up loving it. Another cherry shrimp, baby. You can see it like right here. See, they're gonna take over soon. There's a lot of shrimp in here, maybe about 15 in a 5-gallon. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but there's a lot of bio load in here. Everything grows like crazy. This is from San Diego. It got shipped to me, and yeah, I only maybe got like this much again, and it's already grown all the way over and like through this, and I only got it 2 weeks ago. Can you believe that? I do douse this tank with liquid fertilizer, and that's gonna be the Flourish, also like the same company that makes Prime. And check this out. You got like snails that just skim the surface because they're so light, they're so tiny that they can just chill, do whatever they want. Also, like this little thing, I don't know where that came from. There's so much stuff that just comes in the plants, and I don't really like in particular about this tank. There's nothing super expensive in here. So there's like tons of Cyclops. I'd have to get like my micro camera out. Yeah, but it's crazy. There's like tons of Cyclops, a bunch of worms, and nothing that's super harmful. There's no Hydra, so the shrimp are doing healthy. I've had 0 deaths since this was established. Only deaths I have are like shrimp that jump out, but that's a shrimp that I've had there. I've kept it for a little bit, just trying to figure out which one it was, but I think it was just a regular cherry shrimp, so not too bummed about that. We got the heater in the back. That was like a $30 heater, but it was well worth it at the time because no other heaters would only heat up a 5-gallon. They'd all be like 50-watt heaters that were huge. So that one was tiny, and it works like really well. It holds 72 almost always. And that's what I keep my shrimp tanks at, is 72 degrees, TDS of around 200 because my water is a little hard here, but I do use RODI water, and I remineralize it, and then I also make sure the GH and KH are up to par. So that's this tank. You've already seen the other tank. Now let's move on to one of my crazier tanks. This one is just gonna be probably the one that gets the most clicks just because of what's in it. So stay tuned. Let's get into it. Quick little side note. I didn't really explain too much about the serial numbers on these, I don't know, little coins. I guess that's what they call them. But see how this one is A0016. This one's A0085. This is just to, I guess, show proof that these are actually dancing man shrimp, because there's a lot of people who are trying to like capitalize on this market, but Monica is the only one to produce these. 10 years of breeding these, selective breeding, is gonna give you quality animals, and you don't want to buy anything from any other person that sells dancing man shrimp or kind of sells dancing man shrimp and doesn't have one of these coins. So if you don't have one of these coins, it's not a real dancing man shrimp. So just be on the lookout for what you're buying, you know? Other than that, make sure you guys check out their websites. I'll link it in the description. He always sends sample food. This is their Baby Blast, and this is their barley bits. This is what it looks like right now, but as soon as you throw it in your tank, it expands, and the shrimp love it. These are brand new shrimp, so they're not really too keen on eating, but when I throw it in my other tank, it's an absolute favorite. Anyway, guys, you have a great one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment what you want to see, and have a great one, guys. Alright, at first glance, it just looks like a guppy tank, right? Just chill. Sponge filter, we got some driftwood, and then I have baby guppies on the side. No big deal, right? It's planted. I got a lot of pothos sticking out. It's really good for sucking up that extra like nitrogen. or ammonia actually that's in the water. So these are the guppies, but these guys right here, these guys are awesome. These are GFP axolotls, albino axolotls actually, and I have 2 of them. And we had to drive all the way out to Arizona to get these. So that was a trick, but they did come with permits, so that's like perfect. We also have 3 night gobies in here. We have various plants. We got driftwood, nearite snails. I have a huge shrimp. This is a bamboo shrimp right here. This guy just shed or molted right there the other night, and he's like beautiful now. We have 2 freshwater clams in here. One right there, another right in front of the axolotl. I believe this is, I can't remember if it's flame or Java. I'm pretty sure it's just Java. But Nubius nana, and then I have 2 micro crabs in here that are super small, so you're like probably not gonna see them in this video, but they're just like Thai micro crabs if you just look that up. This plant in the back right there, I might pull it out and throw it into that tank right there, just because it's so big and it needs a little bit more light than it's getting right here. So I might pull that, but these guys are awesome. GFP is green fluorescent protein, and that makes them glow under blue light. Let's see if I can actually capture it on camera, because I do have one of these. So yeah, you guys can see how they're just like, they're popping out compared to like these guppies, right? It's awesome. Let me change it back to white. So I'm actually gonna do a feeding video for you guys. I'll just throw these in because this is like the only tank that gets super exciting to feed. The shrimp, I just toss in a pellet. They'll get to it when they get to it, you know. But as soon as I start feeding, you'll see all the gobies and everything come out. And these guys are monsters when they eat. It's so awesome. All right, enough talking. Let's get to the action. So I threw in the bloodworms, and they're thawing out at the top of the tank right now. But I just wanted to get this close-up shot for you guys to kind of show you guys how these axolotls, just explain a little bit more about them and how they breathe with those gills that they have on their head. Aren't they like the cutest thing? Like, that's fine for me to say cute because they're that freaking cute. But they breathe through the gills that they have right there, and they're very easy to tell, like, if you're doing something wrong or you're doing something right. If they're doing something wrong in the tank, like if you have bad water parameters or something's just not right, he will like flex those little gills that he has on his head forwards. So you'll be able to tell like if he's unhappy. And that's always fun. And let's see if we can get him to eat. I'm gonna drop a cube right in front of him with my tongs, and you'll see like how well these guys eat. Just like munches on it. And the night gobies are always keen to eat whenever I throw food in there, so you saw that. Let me actually pick you guys up. Sorry about that. Got this little guy. Whoa, focus. They eat like monsters. Honestly, they've grown so much since I got them. They were only about half the size of that goby right there when I got him. And he just like munched that whole cube. Alright, let's feed the other one. We have some bloodworms up here, up at the top. Let's get one that's more defrosted. It's kind of stuck together anyway. Let's focus in on this guy. So crazy. They just tear off what they want. I'll do a lot more feeding videos if you guys want to see more. Just leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys like. I'm keen to anything. This is going to be like a hiking channel. This is going to be everything. I love doing outdoors, like going outdoors, hiking, camping. Me and my lady, we go out all the time. I just actually got a pacemaker, so I've been out for a while, but we already have camping trips planned out. and we'll be taking you guys with us. I'll also be filming these guys because we love animals. She's a vet, and I just have all this crap in my house, you know. But it's awesome. Let's see if this guy wants a little more. They always do. Try and feed it through the camera. Come on, buddy. There you go. Now he's gonna go crazy. These guys are so like fun and easy to care for if you know like the basics about aquariums and like how to maintain a system, and just to like do your water changes. Good clean water is always best. I just fed him. Look how cute that is. I just fed him, so a water change within the next day or so is definitely a must, because see how messy everything gets. There's bloodworms everywhere. They'll clean it up definitely, but you just gotta stay on top of the little things. The little things is what's gonna get you. Alright guys, so this is all my tanks. I'll walk you over to see if Squirt's out, my sulcata tortoise that I got my girlfriend for Christmas. But other than that, like, let me know what you guys want to see. Like, I know there's probably only about like 3 of you that are gonna watch this, but I've ran a couple channels with over a couple thousand subscribers, and like on Instagram I had like 6,000 followers with photography, but kind of deleted my Instagram or just like uninstalled it, and kind of just been doing my own thing. I got a really good job, so I'm not too worried about, I don't know, things that can be distracting, you know. But this is what I love. Like, honestly, if I could make a living off this would be perfect. This guy, little guy down here, is Squirt. He's awesome. We got him when he was only about like this big, and now he's just huge. They don't grow really fast, but they are gonna be like 200-pound monsters. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching. These are $400 shrimp. Not really, these ones are only about $40 a piece. But like I said, the black grade, the silver grade is, well, I think $125, and then the gold grade is gonna be $400. These can definitely breed out to have silver grades or even gold grades. You just like, it's like, I don't know, playing the lottery. You never know what you're gonna get, but I have the basis and the structure to create $400 shrimp, and that's why it's not clickbait. So thank you guys for watching. Comment down below, leave a like, tell me what you guys want to see. I'll go do it. Like, honestly, we have a crazy backyard. We have chickens. I don't know, you guys, like, I don't know, whatever you guys want to see, we'll get it done. Thank you guys. It's been great. Have a good one.